If you're a wholesale account executive and you're thinking on maybe looking somewhere else, you should really look at Remen. They're looking to hire experienced wholesale account reps nationwide. Might pay just to take a little gander over there. So check them out. Click this banner you see right here over on your right.
And I gotta tell you, wholesale is making a comeback like you wouldn't believe, so check it out. Now, I think Keller Williams, yes, we're still on this, I think Keller Williams agents should be made aware of some of the advertising that their agents are doing that we've seen Keller agents do on Keller's behalf. Now, when you add verbiage to your listing advertisement where Keller Mortgage offers a 0.0 fee and $1,000 cash back loan, you're in violation of RESPA. That's the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. That ad that I just mentioned to you, you are guilty of being deceptive.
Why? Well, you don't disclose the terms. For example, our understanding is that you don't get the $1,000 credit unless your loan amount is over $150,000. And further, you have third-party fees. Plus, what is the rate? What's the APR? Now, since you've decided to discuss loans, or put it another way, act in the capacity of a loan officer, then you have disclosures which also include the NMLS number from the loan officer or mortgage company for whose loans you're advertising as well.
Which, of course, in the ads that we've seen, well, there's no loan officer and just the name. Your company's namesake mortgage company, that would be Keller Mortgage, without the NMLS number. Again, this is breaking the laws.
And as an agent, the reason you should be concerned is that the CFPB, or the State Attorneys General, or HUD, can, and now we have a precedent, will go after you. The agent, you, the agent. For example, in the case of Keller working with Prospect Mortgage in Oregon, Keller Williams Mid-Willamette will pay $145,000 in disgorgement and $35,000 in penalties. That's courtesy of the CFPB.
And that happened back in January 2017, so we do have a precedent now. So understand, you as the agent are on a slippery slope and we want to look out for you, the agent. So proceed with caution. We've now seen a whole bunch of these advertisements, and trust us on this one, we're not the only ones who have seen them, and based on the tone right now, which is a little testy, I guarantee you these ads are being sent to the proper regulatory enforcement offices along with cute detailed little letters on what's wrong with them. So don't say we didn't tell you.
Oh, and realtors, remember how we just mentioned the CFPB? Yeah, that agency. They just handed out the second largest fine in the history of banking. Just last Friday, our friends Wells Fargo agreed to pay a whopping $1 billion for harm that they committed on mortgage and auto borrowers.
$1 billion, my God! They're just never going to quit on Wells Fargo. But now let's be clear about this. Sure, Wells Fargo is a juicy target because they're a nationally recognized company and the largest originator of mortgages in the country. Maybe number 2 right now, but they're near the top. So yeah, we get it. They've got a big bullseye on them. Kind of like, I don't know, let's say maybe the biggest real estate company in the country were to dip its toes into the same type of mortgages and not follow the rules. Question, would a big fine disrupt the profit sharing over at Keller Williams? I actually really don't know that, but you'd have to think so, right? Anyways, again, just food for thought.
And finally, did you know this? HUD, that's right, HUD, is investigating Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. And have investigated Facebook in the past already. Yeah. And Keller, you might want to keep your ears perked up on this one too.
Yeah, so what's going on here is when you target market on Facebook, you can, or at least in the past, been able to choose ethnicities to exclude. Basically, Facebook wants your marketing to be as effective as possible, so the more targeted you can make it, the better your results are going to be, and the more likely you're going to go back to Facebook again and advertise with them. By the way, Facebook, great ROI when you advertise with them correctly.
The problem is with housing and mortgages, we've got the Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity Act that says our industry cannot discriminate on the grounds of ethnicity, amongst other things. Yet those laws are specific to housing, not to all advertising. So it's not that Facebook has done anything wrong. In fact, we can't find an example where a lender submitted an ad that targeted or excluded specific minority classes.
And in truth, if a lender did do that, then the lender would be in violation and could face prosecution, as we have in the past and will in the future. The problem is that Facebook allows this on a platform.
And as for Facebook, they claim they've fixed this issue. They vet the ads, and the lender or real estate company has to acknowledge that they are not violating the Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity Act.
Really, the point is this. This show today really talks about not breaking the rules when it comes to lending, because unlike real estate, there's regulatory enforcement groups everywhere, and they're all happy to find career-building infractions that you may be guilty of. So as you go forward, step lightly and err on the side of caution, because all lenders will tell you it's a jungle out there. And welcome to the jungle, you big dog, you. Oh, advice just from a little tail. And I know we've said this before, but when you have that $1,000 credit for loans over $150,000, that means you're not giving that credit to underserved communities, which could also be viewed as a Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity infraction, which I'm sure we will find out soon, as HUD is doing with Facebook. I'm sure they'll do it with other companies.
Gotta be careful out there, man. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Yeah.
Just like you said, it's insane out there. Well, glad to be back with both of us here.
My God, it's been a long time.
Yeah, you guys have a great day. Do us a favor, leave us your comments down below. Forward, share, and subscribe. Catch you later.
Later.